I've made a Tumblr post about this kind of thing, like way, 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 way back about like mats and how they kind of work, but I figured I would just make a whole tutorial about it because I think it's a lot easier to show than to do like a bunch of text. So we'll be going through, ooh, right, because I need the thing. We'll be going through all the sort of mats that are showcased here. So you see track mat. There are four options here. So let's kind of go through. So I have one transition here, which is just like a normal iris. So I've just animated a shape layer circle. So it's growing bigger until it's completely fully white. But then I have this ink transition here that goes from black to white. So same thing. The only difference between these two is this one has a transparency element. This one does not. But the commonality between these two is the fact that it goes from black to white. So again, if I turn this off, it goes from black to white. And that's kind of the basic concept of mats. Black will equal transparency. White will be opaque. So let's put this in. Let's do our first mat. So I'm going to copy this and put it here. So now we have it overlaid. But I want it to actually transition. So I want this candle to go from like, I just want like the candle to kind of have this iris transition. So to do that, the mat always is on top. So this is kind of like your mask. The thing that you want to be kind of viewed or affected by it goes on the bottom. So if I go here to none, when you're working with a transparency element, you're only worrying about these two guys. So if I go alpha matte, you'll see that the white is now the candle footage. And from here I can move the thing within the mat here. I can make it bigger and the mat is not changing. Now the one below it is still using the transparency, but it's going to invert it. So now it's doing that. So that's with transparency elements. If I say like I get like a transition from YouTube that doesn't have one, this is where the next two come in. So if I want this ink transition, we're going to see that if I put alpha matte, nothing's happening. Oops. But if I do luma, luma means the luminance, oh my god, where it calculates the dark and white, and that's how it gets the transparency. So I would go luma matte, which is the first one, and I unview that. You'll see now it starts to work. And then again, if I want to invert it, luma inverted matte. Now the white is transparent and black is opaque. So that's sort of your basic concept here. Just remember that if you are using like the luma stuff, it has to be truly black and truly white. If it's like any kind of like color, like if it's like if this was like blue to green, the luma matte won't work because it's taking the luminance. It's not really doing color. But if you have like a dark blue versus like a white blue, like the dark blue will be more transparent than the light blue. So yeah, if you're using luma, just make sure that it is completely black and white. So there is that. So with that in mind, here's where you can kind of get a bit fancy with stuff, because then you can start making your own transitions. So you kind of saw I was kind of copy and pasting and just using the shape layer to be my my transition. But say it's like, oh well, I actually want like a more complicated transitions. Okay, so I just kind of have like this quick like stripe thingy here. Because I need like one sort of layer to act as my mat. Sometimes I will do like my own transitions within its own pre-comp. So I'll be like transition 0, 1. And then instead of a shape layer I use, I'm just going to use the composition as my mat. And you'll see now it's starting to do that. And from there, you can like just keep using this transition. So say, look, there's another footage that you want to transition after that and whatnot. And then again, it's like transitions then become like your own little playground. So maybe instead of shape layers, maybe you want a sort of text animation. And so to do like a quick replace, you just hold down Alt while having this selected. Just hold down Alt and you can do it like a quick replace. So yeah, you can have it do that. And then again, it's all just building off each other. So I'll get rid of this. So like you can have it have different colors. So I go like toner. Maybe it'll come up with a different color. Yeah, we won't overcomplicate. We'll just do. Yeah, you're gonna be blue now. Ooh yeah. But yeah, that's how you do different transitions with track mats.